Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn, and welcome to the Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. Today is Sunday, June 19th, 2022, and happy Father's Day to those fathers who are celebrating today. I hope you're having an enjoyable and restful time. So, we continue today with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Tomorrow, we will likely transition to a different deck. Have not decided yet which one, but hopefully it will be a really fun one. So anyway, let's just kind of begin to take the temperature through this reading of what is the temperature of the next couple of days as we enter into a new work week. And I know tomorrow is a holiday for many people if they work for the federal government, and sometimes and some state governments, I think, also observe Juneteenth, 2022. So if you are getting that extra day, um, that's great, and I hope you enjoy it and you take time to reflect upon the meaning of that holiday. Okay, so with that in mind, let's take a deep breath in and exhale out. Take another deep breath in and exhale out. Just stay here a moment, just grounding yourself, relaxing yourself. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, exhale into your heart center. Really pay attention to your breath one more time. Take a deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. At this time, I invite our angels and guides to come forward, as well as the spirit of the mystical shaman oracle, to provide us with the divine guidance and light that we need to understand today. What is the wisdom that you desire to share with us today as we step into a new week? I ask the divine light, the golden light, to surround us with the golden light of protection and cover us with this light, protecting us from any lower or negative energies in any way, shape, or form from attaching to us. We ask for this protection today, and that this reading be for the highest good of all who listen to it. Take another deep breath in and exhale out. And at this time, I'm going to open my eyes and begin to shuffle the deck and do the reading. So it is a little later in the day today that I am doing this reading for you, because I myself had some Father's Day celebrations to attend to, both my husband and my son-in-law. So unfortunately, my father passed away about 3 years ago, so um, I was not able to wish him a happy Father's Day and celebrate with him, other than to send my blessings to him in heaven. And so what do we need to understand today? Getting an energy from these cards here. Let's see which one speaks to us. Oh, we have two cards. One is Many Paths and the other is Soul Retrieval. Well, I find those two cards to be very interesting together. So the Many Paths and the Soul Retrieval card. I'm just going to take a quick look at those cards here if you can see them. In the Soul Retrieval, it looks as if there's a butterfly with all different colors, and it's or maybe it's even a bee, but whatever it is, it's hard to really tell from this picture what it is. But it's like with Soul Retrieval, and both of these cards came in the reverse position, by the way. Soul Retrieval would be about really tapping into your soul, and your Many Paths would be about tapping into the paths of your soul and what it is that you're here doing today. So it will be interesting to read these two cards together, and they are both in the reverse position. And Many Paths is number 34 in the deck, and Soul Retrieval is number 49. And if I am correct, they pulled up this way, something like this. Okay, so let's see what these have to say. Number 34 first in reverse. Many paths. Here we're going to read the essence and the medicine. The essence. All paths lead to spirit. What you bring to your journey is what will determine if yours is a path of suffering, a path of wisdom, a path of bliss, or a path of loss. Consider the traveler who met two stonemasons. He asks one what he is doing, and the mason replies, "I am squaring out this stone." He asks the other who is doing the exact same thing, and gets a reply, "I'm building a cathedral." One man has a job, the other man has found his work and calling. He is a part of an endeavor much greater than himself. Be sure you pick a path with a heart. Okay, so what this is saying is that we can all be engaging in similar activities, but it's the path that we actually take with regard to this activity that we're engaging in. And if it is a path that is from the heart, one that is singing to us from our soul, right? Then this is more of a purpose, a life purpose, a mission, right? And so we look at the intention behind what is happening within the choice that that person is making. Okay, so this is saying that you have plenty of opportunities to take different paths. So you can be doing something similar to somebody else, but what one person does with that can be very different from what another person does with it. Okay, and then the medicine is you have outgrown your current situation and risk losing your way in your own backyard. You are being called to step out of your comfort zone. Respond now while the call is still a gentle whisper. Even though the woods look thick and impenetrable, venture in and let nature guide your steps through the dark until you reach your destination. Remember, if you do not know where you are going, any path will take you there. Okay, so this is about, again, it's a similar theme that we've actually been getting, which is about um, it's time to take that risk, right? It's saying that you're being called to do something and perhaps you are not paying attention to it. It's saying right now it's a gentle whisper, but the further away that you step away from your path, the louder that call is going to become to you. It's going to get more nudging, okay? So it's saying instead of waiting for that to happen, why not just take that risk now and really delve into what it is that life is waiting for you? Like what possibilities are out there for you that you are not tapping into? So this is the many paths. So just because you've chosen one path now doesn't mean that you can't course correct and go another way. And it's saying that you have outgrown your current situation. So whatever it is that you're doing, And this again message can apply to all different scenarios, right? It could be a path like a work path, it could be a romantic path, it could be um, a friendship path. um, think of whatever it is that comes to you first as to what is the situation that you feel you have outgrown. Perhaps you've been knowing this, but you've been in a little denial about it, or you've been getting uh, lots of signals about it, but have been not paying attention to it. And it's saying, come on, wake up. You know, you have to do this. This is why you're here. You are here to live your fullest and most authentic life. And if you are stepping away from the path that is really waiting for you, then you're not living your most authentic life. You maybe are perhaps living the life that you thought initially you wanted to live, or um, other people thought that this was the path for you, and they kind of imposed it on you, and maybe you didn't really you weren't in your power at this time, and you have not exercised your voice with regard to this. So this is again calling us to step up for ourselves, step up on for our own behalf. Okay, and it's saying that even though the woods look like thick and impenetrable, venture in and let nature guide your steps through the dark until you reach your destination. So it's saying that it will be okay. You just have to step into the purpose that is actually waiting for you. So this card, just even before reading the soul retrieval message, certainly is a they're connected for sure, because your soul is the essence of who you are, that is actually calling to you, and it's saying tap into the resources that we have here for you, right? So soul retrieval, asking you and calling you again, it was in this direction, so it must be an indication that you have not been tapping into your soul resources the way that maybe you once did, or the way that you should be doing. So it's saying come back to this soul retrieval aspect, because we have a lot to talk to you about. Number 49 is soul retrieval. And again, this was in the reversed position, so we will be reading the essence and the medicine of this card. Okay, number 46, 47, 48, 49. Okay, 49. It says, soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, that the self that never left the Garden of Eden, who will speak to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. Okay, so it's saying that let's go back to what your soul was originally here for. Okay, so you're going into the very beginning of why you were even um, brought into this existence, right? What is your soul's purpose, right? And all these different paths you've taken, or lives that you've lived, if you believe in the idea of reincarnation, that you have been, that it all stems from your soul. And it's saying, let's tap into these resources. And in order to do that, you have to work on some healing aspects. And the more you heal yourself and tap into your higher self through the process of soul retrieval, then you will um, begin to remember some of the things that you are here to do. And it says the medicine, when did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life and find the time or times when this happened. Vow never to compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right this instant. Okay, so it's saying that Some of you have really sacrificed yourselves for the in the name of love, perhaps, in some form. Um, I- it could very well be a romantic relationship. Maybe you have been in a relationship a really long time, and there are aspects of that relationship that no longer are working for you. Perhaps you have been doing a lot of spiritual work and you are at a different vibrational level with your partner. That is one possibility. Another possibility is that perhaps you are in a new romantic relationship and you thought that maybe this was the path you wanted to take, but this relationship is actually taking you off of your path, out of your authenticity, away from your integrity, and that you are making compromises in the name of love. And this, I think, actually happens a lot in relationships when we get into them. At first, they seem oh so potent and just like this is what I've been waiting for. This is the person I'm meant to be with, and we start sacrificing the parts of ourselves, sometimes without even realizing it until it's too late. That we start to sacrifice this because we think that that is the relationship that is so important for us, and it turns out that it's not. It's not. Okay, so think about this. Are you in a newer relationship, or have you been in a relationship where, you know, you think you've been comfortable in it because it's been safe? Perhaps you have some mutual obligations with each other. Maybe it's a relationship where you have children together, even if you're not in a married situation, but maybe you have children together and maybe you're working together to try to keep things afloat, and then you're finding that all of a sudden you've sacrificed a lot. And this could be male or female, right? It's not just women. I know that there are a lot of women who will give up who they are, the piece of who they are, because they find a man that they think they want to be with and stay with. And then it turns out that this really isn't the vibrational match for them. And they stay with it anyway because they don't know how to get out of it, and they feel like they've committed so much to it. And the same thing happens for men. It's not just women. So we have to be fair about this, right? So if you are in a relationship that you are feeling isn't what you thought it would be, or even if you parts of it are what you want it to be, but that in order to get the piece of what you want it to be, you have to sacrifice the essence of who you are, or a lot of things that you want to do in order to maintain it, or that you can't speak your truth in the relationship and be your authentic self, then it's saying it's time to, step away from that. All right. So let's see. Did I finish reading this medicine? Yeah, because it's saying, when did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? And this can also be, so we focus I'm focusing here on, romantic kind of relationships, but you know what? This can be, again, it could be a business relationship that you are trying to stay in a job, and maybe you're overworking yourself because you're trying to please your boss, or a coworker, and at the end of the day, you're not really being true to yourself because it's not really what you want to be doing in the work that you're doing. Okay. So that is a possible message here. And the other thing that just kind of clicked in my head here, kind of came down from our angels, is that there are also, uh, parental and children relationships that, you know, that there may be younger adults, or even younger children, but I'm getting the energy more of adults who are trying to do something because they feel that it's what their parents want them to do. And so they're not really being honest with themselves or their parents about what they want to do, what is the path they want to embark on as a young adult. And this is saying that even at your age, guys, if you're listening to this and you're a young adult, you have to follow your own path and don't compromise yourself in your relationships, any kind of relationship, a romantic relationship, a parental relationship, a business relationship. Okay, so this is very, the reach of this message is very far. So it has a lot of application to many, many people. So I think if you're listening to this message, know that it is a message that you might really want to recognize as a big possibility in your life, as this is the energy that is happening. So how does this fall work into the work week? Okay, so what it's saying is that you're probably going to be met with a situation or situations in your life that require you to um, assess where you are in them, and to really ask yourself the big questions. Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Am I in love with this person? Is this the right job for me? Am I getting too much pressure from my parents to take a certain path? What is it that is not in alignment with what your soul is telling you? So, for example, with a student, if you are in college or just graduating high school and you want to, go in the direction of music, say, and your parents are saying, no, there's nothing, no music for you. I'm not going to pay for music because, there's no money in it, and you're not going to be some, deadbeat musician wasting all my money as I send you to school. But if that is where your heart is, then what this message for you would be is, oh, I need to follow my heart. How can I make sure that I am incorporating music into the path I am taking, because I know that this is where my heart lies, right? So, you have to decide for yourself what your personal circumstances are. But this message is saying, do not sacrifice. Do not sacrifice the essence of who you are to make anybody else happy. Be yourself, because your soul has a message for you. The aspect of who you are that you need to be listening to is the higher self, the soul self, that is sending you all these signs and messages telling you this is the path, right? So there are many paths that you have to take. So you get to choose. Your soul, these are the paths. Your soul is here to help you retrieve the purpose, the mission that you came here to bring to this world. So that is how I am reading these cards. I would love to hear from you if you have a different sense of how this card connects to you. Okay, so as we step into the week, let's remember, what are the things that we need to assess? What are the things that are causing us to step out of our integrity? Okay, out of our authenticity. If something doesn't feel like it's you, then don't do it. That is the message. Be true to your heart. Allow your heart to sing to you. Allow your soul to sing to you. And use that as the guide for the path you want to take. So I'm sending you so much love. Once again, happy Father's Day to those who are out there celebrating it. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye bye now.